know, Lee, you on television have said you want my marriage to fall apart, I still find you an adequate colleague.
Having recently got into Eastern cuisine, this Christmas sees the launch of my new cookbook. Lee Mack's Walk Around the Clock.
David, give us some of the recipes from Walk Around the Clock.
Shall I give you my favourite ones?
Give that, just your favourite 6 or 7.
OK. Yeah, well, I like quite simplistic. Because believe it or not, simplistic.
So, raw pork.
So, sweet and sour pork balls is one of my specialities.
How would you cook your sweet and sour pork balls?
Well, I'll tell you exactly how I would cook my sweet and sour pork balls. For £9.99, you can find out.
Did you go to the publishers with this idea?
I went to Penguin, because they're the only book publishers I've heard of.
How keen were they? Because I have to say, if I was a publisher and you came to me,
yeah,
I wouldn't be interested.
Well, ironically, Penguin didn't pick it up straight away.
Yeah.
Did you work in conjunction with a proper chef?
Of course, I was helped a little bit.
Who? By whom?
It's a friend of mine, works at the Chinese restaurant.
What's the name of this person?
You wouldn't know him.
Well, give it a try.
Steve. Steve Jenkins. I've been going into the Chinese restaurant a lot recently. And I've been really sort of learning about it and savouring the dishes. And I keep saying, Steve, this is fantastic. What is this? And then he says something in Chinese, which I don't understand. And then I said...
Steve Jenkins is Chinese.
He was adopted when he was a kid. Taken to China. But he was an English baby, yeah. This is a true story. They took Steve Jenkins. They adopted him.
Even though he was a baby, he was known as Steve.
Obviously not. Then he was called Baby Steve.
So this Chinese couple adopt baby
Stephen.
He's got his full name. He's called Steve Jenkins.
They don't change his name.
But they couldn't change his name, could they?
Continue to call him.
Yeah, because he's clearly an English baby. They knew he was going to grow up looking Western.
Was he the only Steve Jenkins in his school?
I think we should concentrate more on my ability to cook and less on my ability to understand the basic systems of adopting children and taking them to China.
What was the hardest recipe to perfect?
The hardest one to perfect was definitely the beef in oyster sauce with chilli.
How would you go about cooking that?
Well, first of all, I will get my wok. Yes?
Very bold of you.
Yeah, so I get my wok down from my wok shelf.
Yeah.
Put it down.
What, a wok shelf?
Wok shelf, yes.
How many woks do you own?
About 7.
7 woks?
How many woks have you got?
1.
Well, that's why you haven't got a book out at Christmas, mate. Yeah. So I light the burner, like that. That's the noise. And I heat the oil, put the oil down. Peanut oil, actually. Don't use olive oil, peanut oil. So put the peanut oil around.
Sounds delicious.
The trick with the wok is not to put the oil at the bottom of the pan. It's to dribble it around the edge. You know the way same way you do a toilet duck?
Yeah.
All the way around the edge and watch it slightly go down. And the publisher said, probably don't use that analogy. So put it around the edge. Let it all sink down to the bottom like that, yeah? Give it a good spinning round.
This is peanut oil, even though an increasing number of people in Britain are allergic to
absolutely
peanuts. It doesn't bother you?
No, I make it very clear to those people on the front of the book. I say, if you have a peanut allergy, you are not welcome. I'll do that. Throw it in. You flash fry it.
I'm there.
Then you're throwing in 3 or 4 different ingredients, depends which, there's different versions of it, but I'm going to go with the one with lots of greens. You've got lots of broccoli, you've got lots of carrots, you've got lots of... a few sesame seeds, you're throwing it in. The thing is to feel the pan, feel it, become the pan, become one with the pan. You flick it up like that, stir it round. That's when you add the sauce. That's when you've got to add the sauce, the oyster sauce. But it's homemade oyster sauce. How do you make homemade oyster sauce? I'll tell you exactly how you make homemade oyster sauce. You get some water from the tap, you soak your oysters in it. Yes, you do use oysters. You soak them for 4 weeks in water. So the water goes black. How does it go black? You get your squid ink. You squid ink it in. You mix it up. You then mash it down, in. Get it really liquidy. It's on the turn, but it's not gone off. You've got to get it just on the turn. You put it in, you whisk it round. It's not anymore because... Oh, stop that. It's gone. It's simmering away like that. It all settles down and you pour it onto the pan like that. £9.99, the book's yours.
David, what are you thinking? It was very entertaining, but was it? Well, I say very. Was it true?
No, it wasn't true.
Do you need a little time to discuss this with your team?
No, I know. Well, firstly, it wasn't true off the card to start with, because there's no way Lee would bring out that sort of book.
Why?
I've met him, it's evident.
But why? You don't know everything
went on
about
to
me.
make it less
You don't know
plausible,
everything about me, David.
That your collaborator in this book is a man called Steve Jenkins, who was adopted as a baby in this country, taken back to China.
Not for long.
No, for his whole childhood.
No, he said they came back to Britain.
Yeah, but when he was an adult.
Oh, when he's an adult?
Yeah, otherwise he'd have been able to speak English now, wouldn't he?
How did you write a book with a man that only spoke Cantonese?
Well, we had an interpreter. Chinese fella called Brian Smith.
I think you're incredible, man.
Incredible as in not credible.
So we're saying it's a lie. Yeah. Well, the audience are on tenterhooks. Lee, was it the truth?
See, there's a slight part of me now thinking, I could actually bring this out. It's alive. Every time I make a cup of tea, I pretend I'm in the World Darts final and test out my skill at throwing the tea bag in the cup.
David's team.
That's not exactly what you have to do in darts, is it? How far away from the cup do you stand to throw the bag?
I do exactly 4 paces, but large paces. So, Rob, about 6 paces.
And what sort of tea bags do you favour?
The old David Mitchell chat-up line. The tea bag of preference
Do you
is...
use a pyramid bag?
No.
Or a frisbee-like Tetley affair?
The little round ones, the round ones. Because, as we all know, if you're going to try and throw a pyramid-shaped tea bag into a cup at 4 paces, well, you're an idiot. We all know that.
What's your success rate?
About 1 in 10. The way I do it is this. So you get 3 tea bags, you take your 4 paces, and then you do a little bit of a, psych yourself up, pretend it's the World Darts final, give yourself
Have a pint of bitter.
Yeah, put on a bit of weight, yeah. Get the tea bag and then give myself a bit of pressure by saying to myself, here he is, Lee Mack. He needs to get 1 tea bag into the cup to become the World Darts champion. Can he do it?
If you get it in the cup, do you then say 180?
No, because there's only 1, so I just go, 1! But I'd usually end it, I go, 1 tea! And then I'll throw 3, and then I'll go back and I'll gather the 3, I'll do it again, and then I'll give myself 1 final throw of 3s.
It sounds remarkable, and
Well,
we're all now picturing it, aren't we?
Yeah.
In our minds. How lovely it would be if we had a
yes,
mug.
well, that's the thing.
And if we had some tea bags, and if the mug, for example, got popped just on the desk there. Why don't you put it
Whoa,
there?
that is far more than 4 paces.
Yeah, you've got to come over here. You come over here.
I tell you what, after this, we're going to forget all this truth and lies stuff. This is a much better game.
Right. So what I do is I go up to the cup like that, and I'll sort of do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I'll often do this. I'll look to my right, might put the kettle on, get it ready, and I'll often look to the left and go, Rob, get out of the kitchen. And I'll go like that. I'll go, Heston, the beans are burning, you were in charge of them. David, put some clothes on. And then I will... The trick is to get... You can't squeeze too hard because you split the bag.
Oh, I know.
The trick is to give the tea bags a little shake, and then you've got to get them compact. I mean, it's a bit disgusting, but a real little trick is if you've got sweaty palms, you'll get a bit more, you know what I mean? A bit more
I've got sweaty palms.
Yeah, but I don't want you, because I've got to drink the tea.
Oh, right. You just
And you're not always going to be there for me, are you?
I am.
At least say you're not, David. And then you put it onto your head.
Lee,
yeah?
just say, you've obviously got quite a large kitchen.
Well, no, because now I'm now in the living room.
But you just said the kettle's there.
Yeah, no, I keep my kettle in the living room. I'm old school. Why get up to make a cup of tea? Put it next to your sofa. Not an idiot. Right, and then you do that. You get it on your head, like this.
Yeah.
Like that, and then you do that. I'll tell you what, when it hits the cup, it's a lovely noise. Now, at this point at home, I'll be going, because look at this. This is actually turning into an event now. And then I've got Lee Mack, who's only got 6 tea bags left to become the world champion. He's going to have to make sure that this one goes in, otherwise Joggy Wilson will be in.
Lovely. Well, there we are. So what are you going to say then, David?
Well, the thing is, it is difficult now, because whether or not it's true, he's definitely going to do it from now on. As am I. Do you think it's a lie?
I'm not sure.
I think it's true.
Well, I think we're going to say true.
You're going to say it's true. OK, Lee, truth or lie?
It was, in fact, true.
I like pens.
I know this! It's true! It's true!
I like pens, and I like to know where my pens are. For this reason, I have a 3-point pen policy.
What's your 3-point pen policy?
Well, point 1, I find it important to know where my pens are at any time. For example...
That covers all 3,
this
doesn't
pen. No. Point 2 is to be hyper-aware of any pen that I've lent out. Point 3 is to take any opportunity within the bounds of a reasonable interpretation of the law to purloin or otherwise obtain pens.
Name 3 people who have currently got pens of yours that you want back.
There are no people who have pens of mine. A key part of point 2 is to get a pen back as soon as possible. When people say, "Oh, can I borrow your pen?" what I want to say is, absolutely not! Get your own pen! This is mine! However, as part of a scheme I'm working on to try and seem normal would be an exaggeration, but, at least acceptable in broader society, I try not to say that. I try and seem casual about, "Oh, yeah, borrow my pen, that's fine." And then I'm thinking about it constantly until it is returned.
The pen that you've got with you tonight, is that your own pen or is that a BBC pen?
It is now my pen.
Pass me the pen.
I'd rather not.
But you have to. You have to pass me that. I will give it you back.
Yeah.
I will promise to give you the pen back within 5 minutes.
All right. OK, shall I...
Let's meet halfway.
All right.
It'll be the first time we've made physical contact in 5 years.
I'll see you.
Right, put the pen on the floor and step away. Step away from the pen.
You're going to destroy the pen.
I'm not going to destroy the pen. You've got such a cynical mind. Back away from the pen.
He's going to destroy it.
I'm not going to destroy the pen. That would be infantile. So this is a pen you got from the BBC today.
Yeah.
If I take this pen and say, "I'm keeping this pen," what will you do to get the pen back off me?
I will not fight you.
So what are you thinking, Lee?
It didn't seem much of a system, did it? That he's going to ask me to have the pen back, I'm going to say no, and he's going to leave it at that.
I'm so sorry.
It is fair to say we have created drama.
You had explicitly reassured him in front of witnesses that you would not break the pen.
I didn't believe him.
That is true.
I didn't believe him. I knew he'd break the pen. That pen, I'm afraid to say, and I hope this doesn't make me sound heartless, when I put that pen down there, it was dead to me.
Right, Lee, which way are you going? Is he telling the truth or was he telling a lie?
I bet you love pens. I bet you're pretty crazy about pens, but you do not have a 3-point system.
I think he might.
OK, Lee, take a guess. Truth or lie?
We'll say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. David Mitchell, the truth or a lie?
It is, in fact, true.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Ray. So, let's start with Susanna. How do you know Ray?
This is Ray. I stole his title for downing a pint faster than anyone else on the BBC breakfast team.
Dave, what is Ray to you?
This is Ray, and as teenagers, we spent 2 weeks building a 35-foot-long airship in his back garden for it only to be popped by his pet cat.
What about you, Lee? What's your relationship with Ray?
This is Ray. He taught me to drive in a hearse.
So there we are. Susanna's pint-drinking opponent, Dave's airship-building buddy, or Lee's hearse driving instructor. David's team, who do you want to start with?
How quickly can you drink a pint?
I can drink a pint in 6 seconds.
6 seconds?
Yes.
How quick was Ray?
7 seconds.
Thank God you said a number bigger.
And how long had Ray held the record?
3 years.
And how much less a man do you think he felt?
It was a tough phone call because I had to call him to tell him that his record had gone.
So you just did this at home, did you? I've had another one, Ray.
Sorry.
I'm really getting through it
No,
tonight.
Ray...
If you're drunk, why'd you turn northern, Jimmy?
Because of the alcohol.
All right. I don't mind. When I'm trying to fiddle the government, I always put on Jimmy's voice. we all do different things. We all do different voices.
Susanna, can you just fill me in? What was his role in the breakfast team then?
Ray was a floor manager of breakfast.
Right.
In Television Centre. I mean, Ray is famous for having the record of 7 seconds for downing a pint. But that was when we were at Television Centre in London. And then, of course, the breakfast team moved to Salford.
Right.
And Ray didn't come with us.
Oh, I see. So the breakfast team start downing pints when?
I've seen the show. I think they start before they film. I'm confident.
What's the context for this pint drinking? Is it an annual...
It is the annual Christmas party.
What is your pint drinking technique?
You have the pint.
And you drink it. Quickly.
I tap it once.
Yeah?
And I do it in 4 glugs.
4 glugs?
Yes.
That
You
is...
can't do a pint in 4 glugs. How big are your glugs? I'd like to know about the phone call. Did you want to call him straight away? Did you wait till the next day?
It was the next day.
Did you have to ring him? Because he's already, you know, lost his job. The place he works is closed. And so going on top of that, you may think you're remembered fondly as the fastest beer drinker here. Well, no, not even that. You've been beaten in that by one of the female presenters of the show.
He didn't care. He got a new job teaching people to drive in hearses.
Let's move on to that. So he taught you to drive. Why in a hearse?
Because that's the vehicle he owned, because he was a funeral director.
So what does the sign on his shop say?
Closed when he's teaching me.
Why did he teach you to drive if he was a funeral director?
Because he was a friend who was a funeral director. He just so happened to own a hearse.
Where did this all take place?
In the hearse.
No, I know.
I sometimes said, can I have a lie down in the back if I was tired?
Where did he come from?
Southport.
Southport, the streets of Southport. You went
Yes.
to
How do you know I'm from Southport?
I told him.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because we've been doing this programme for 1,000 years.
Right, so you're in Southport.
Is that you, David? Is that David?
I know everything about you, including the fact that you did not learn to drive in a hearse. Nevertheless, we have to go through this.
What age did you get your driving licence?
About 22.
Wow.
22?
Why what?
About 22.
Well, I was a
did you
late
wait?
developer.
I don't
Didn't
think
get my
he
first
was-
girlfriend until 46. And I'm only 44. Give me a call in a couple of years.
Actually, I'd like to ask you something. What the name of this funeral director?
What, Ray's funeral directors?
Ray's funeral director.
No, that's not my answer. I said what? Ray's funeral directors?
Yeah, and what was Ray's funeral directors called?
I'll tell you now. I'll tell you what Ray's funeral directors was called.
Yeah?
Jones's funeral director.
Jones, how does he do it? How does he come up with it so fast?
When he took you out for these driving lessons, did it ever happen that you had, how shall I put it, a passenger in the back?
No, but he did teach me once with a coffin in the back that didn't contain a body. It didn't contain anything. Before you go, what was in there?
Did he...
Cardo have got a bit more protection over their fruit and veg.
Should we move on to the airship?
Yes, this is Dave.
So you built an airship... I mean, this seems entirely plausible to me. You built an airship in your back garden?
No, in Ray's back garden. We had a mutual love of dirigibles.
And how old were you when you did this?
16.
What did you build your airship out of?
It was mainly air.
No. No, it was plastic sheeting, but it was sculpted so it did form the shape of an airship.
How can you sculpt sheeting?
Because the way you cut it and you put it together, when it's blown up, it will assume that shape.
And was there anything underneath it?
There was meant to be, but it never got that far, really. When the cat jumped on it, it was kind of put it out of commission.
Billowing in the wind behind
it was a different cat.
You have terrible trouble with cats. How did you inflate it?
With a vacuum cleaner put on blow.
So you blew it up with the
vacuum cleaner. Do they have blow function? I don't know.
Do you do the vacuuming very often?
God, no!
No, what about you?
I don't know, I'd have to ask my people, but I imagine someone does.
Yes. This is terrible to see 3 grown men who've never picked up a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, I have picked
one up. Oh, I picked one up, yeah, but not for vacuuming.
Yeah.
So the idea was you actually get the shape formed and then you heat the air that you've put in and hopefully it would have flown.
How do you heat the air once it's already in there?
Crafting a gondola with 2 camping stoves on.
OK.
It wasn't to carry people.
You said crafting a gondola.
Yeah, because we never
got that
what
all 3 of those words mean, but I can't get a concept out of them.
In airship terminology, in dirigibles, it is a gondola that's suspended underneath the bag of gas.
Oh, you know what? That fact alone,
true. Have we changed channels?
Where were you going to go?
Venice.
Just flying, really. It was
I was thinking, next time I get locked in a bank, I want an escape plan.
You see, I've been on an inflatables course where
yeah, been on it.
Hang on. What is an inflatables course?
It's for people that keep letting down the girlfriend.
It was just learning how to make things out of plastic and blowing up. It was kind of a sculptural thing.
Now, let's go back to this cat. Did he jump from a tree or a wall?
Backyard wall.
Backyard wall.
Yeah.
So the cat saw this huge inflated thing and thought, I'm going to jump on it.
Yeah. No, it just jumped on the top, and we were in it at the time.
You were in it? Why had you gone inside?
To work out where to put the heat shield.
Honestly, that's true. That's true. Not be any more true.
To work out where to put the heat shield. Yeah. True.
Right, chaps, we need an answer. So, David's team. Is Ray Dave's airship building buddy, Susanna's pint drinking opponent, or Lee's hearse driving instructor?
Let's go through. OK, so the hearse story, nonsense. I could imagine BBC Breakfast having a drinking competition.
So can I.
I'd remind you of the phrase, we were in there to see where to put the heat shield. You think we think that?
And let's not forget the phrase, Jones's funeral director.
I think he's a mate of Dave's.
I think he looks so much like a mate of Dave's. If we stood them face to face, it would look like a vase.
So you are saying, therefore...
Airship!
Airship, right.
Airship.
OK. Ray, please reveal your true identity.
I'm Ray, and I built an airship with Dave.
Thank you very much indeed, Ray.
Victoria doesn't know this. But on those very rare occasions that she does something I find irritating, I get my own back by sneaking upstairs and moving her bookmarks.
Please, team.
When you say Victoria doesn't know this, surely when she goes to the book to read the book and she goes where the bookmark is, there must be lots of instances where she's thinking, am I losing my mind? I'm not following this book. Or
yes, that's exactly what she thinks.
That's the plan. Yeah. Victoria, when you're reading a book, do you ever sometimes have that feeling of being lost? Do you ever
I
have a
have
feeling...
sometimes opened a book and thought, I didn't think that's where I was.
How many books are you reading at the same time?
I mean, 7 or 8.
David, how many books does Victoria read at the same time?
Oh, I'd put it between 6 and 9.
And do they tend to be fiction, non-fiction?
Yes, those are the main two.
And what are the things you said, sometimes rare occasions, Victoria does something that...
I don't want to go into that.
No, I mean, far away.
No, I don't want to go into that.
What sort of things are we talking about?
No, just behavioural things. just the simplest things to do with things she's said or done. That's all it
Maybe
is.
when I ask you what the weather's going to be like, and I go, what do you think it's going to be? And you go, I don't think anything. I've looked at the weather forecast, and what it says is this.
Little things like, essentially, she holds me responsible for the weather forecast, as if I've made it.
No, she doesn't. She says, what do you think the weather's going to do? Perfectly reasonable.
It's not perfectly reasonable.
What?
She's got access to the weather forecast on her own phone. It's just, these are meteorologists. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong. I'm just reading it out.
They are physically sitting further apart, have you noticed?
Is there anything, Victoria, that you might do to David if he'd annoyed you? What would your retaliation be, if indeed he is moving?
Well, he might find out.
Incidentally, I've been feeling weaker and weaker over the
OK, what are you going to say?
I believe in their relationship. I must be just the most naive person here because I want to...
in it.
I am. I'm emotionally invested in their relationship, and I do think David's a nice guy, and I don't think he would do that because that really would upset her.
So what we're saying is, if it's true, it's a really unpleasant thing and a really bad indictment on their marriage.
Yes.
Well, this has taken a nasty turn, hasn't it?
What's it going to be? I don't want it to be true, but...
Oh, I do.
You think it's...
I want his life to fall apart. This would be such fun.
I think it's true. I don't want it to be true. I'm trying to, see the real person. I think he's a nice guy.
Now, the David I know, I don't think this is unpleasant enough.
Well, you know him way more
Yeah, but
than
also,
we know.
David doesn't like you. He loves. So it's a different relationship.
That's true, yeah. But he doesn't hate me, right?
No. Even though, Lee, you on television have said you want my marriage to fall apart, I still find you an adequate colleague.
Can I ask you a question, David?
Yeah.
Are you still writing for Clinton cards?
It's time to decide. What are you going to say?
I'm going to say true, but I don't want it to be true.
It can't.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a lie.
It's got to be a lie, because it's an awful, awful thing to do.
It is.
You're saying it's a lie.
I really
Because
hope it's a
nobody
lie.
would do that.
If this is the truth, it's awful.
It really is. They're saying it's a lie. David, is it true or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
I can always remember all my ex-girlfriends' names and the order in which I went out with them because their initials happen to make the acronym B.E.R.M.U.D.A.
OK, off we go. B.E.R.M.U.D.A. B.
What?
B.
B.
Will you please give me the names of all your ex-girlfriends and make the acronym Bermuda as quickly as possible, please?
OK. Brenda.
Brenda. Superb. Brenda is still as popular a name as ever. E.
Sorry?
Ethel. I'm helping you. What's the next one?
Ethel. E.
Is it Ethel?
No, it's not Ethel.
Enid.
No, it's not Enid. Have another guess.
Erin. Sorry?
Erin.
Erin. OK.
I'll just spell Bermuda. Well, I know, I was joking, yes. Sorry, R. That was... R. That was actually Regine.
Sorry?
Regime,
as in regime change?
No.
Next up, after our was the Regine.
Regine was the lovely Molly. Molly. I could tell you a thing or two about Molly, but this isn't the time.
Next one.
What about you?
This is the weird one. Right?
They're all a bit weird.
Not actually her name, right, but in my nickname for her, Una.
What was her real name?
Sally.
Why did you call Sally Una?
Because Una Stubbs played Aunt Sally in Where's the Gummidge.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good.
He's good.
Yeah, Dave, experimental year. If you've forgotten it, I'll never forgive you. Happy days, Dave.
Dave, the D, that's what you're saying. The D is Dave.
Of course I'm not.
OK.
Delia. Not the Delia. And may I say, not my mother, who was called Delia. True story. Definitely not her.
But that's why it popped into your head now as you were making it up. And A
was Alex.
That certainly is a serendipitous series.
Yeah, if that wasn't serendipitous, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
What was the M again?
What?
The M again?
Molly.
And the E?
Was... What? The E. I'll tell you exactly what the E was.
The E was...
It was, in fact. I'll tell you exactly... What?
And the U.
And I
the
loved
U.
her. No.
The U.
Sally.
Real name.
Sally.
Yes. Come on, Lee. You know this. The D.
Give me a D.
The D was
Mummy. Deirdre.
The E.
Give me an E. Erin.
The B.
Give me a B. That was a long time ago. Brenda.
And the R.
And the R was Regine. Regine? Little Regine.
Yeah. Well,
is that
a name?
Regine. It's a name, isn't it? Tell me it's a name. Regine's a name. Anything's a name, isn't it? I went out with a girl called Cupboard for 3 weeks. Not a joke.
Where did Cupboard come in the Bermuda list?
Oh, she was before I invented the acronym system.
Sorry, it was a system. It didn't happen by accident. You were seeking out people beginning with these letters. What was it about the island of Bermuda?
Well, it's because all my ex-girlfriends went missing.
So what do you think, David? What does your team think?
I think it's a lie.
Would he go with somebody called Brenda?
What do you mean, would I go? Yes, she was Miss World, right? She came and she said to me, I really like you. And I went, I like you. What's your name? Brenda. Forget it.
So what's it going to be, David?
I think it's preposterous because it's preposterous.
I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah.
Lee, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
Of course I was telling a lie.
Oh, yes, well done.
During lockdown, I let my hair grow so long that I would occasionally tie it up in a man bun.
Please, team.
How long did it grow?
I got to, I suppose, about sort of there, and you could get a good handful of it, and it was gnawing me around my neck because it got quite hot at that time of year, and I thought, it doesn't matter what I look like.
If it didn't matter what you looked like, why didn't your wife have a go at cutting it?
I was nervous of that. I mean,
if I was married to you, I think I would be worried on your behalf if anyone was near you with a sharp instrument.
You're suggesting that she secretly wants to kill me?
Not secretly, because she's told me and Rob.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What did she think of the look? Did she like it?
She didn't mind it as much as me.
As much as she minded you?
Yes.
Did you do anything like answer the door to postman or anything during this period?
I probably did.
Did they give you a slight look at, like, that's not the David Mitchell I know?
Yeah. It says David Mitchell, not David Beckham.
I think that David would be so averse to wearing a man bun that whatever disaster a homemade haircut would achieve, I mean, he would rather do it with a pair of shears than that sitting on top of his head.
So you're saying that it's a lie?
I think I am, based on that knowledge and that knowledge alone, and not the fact that I zoomed in many times and he didn't have that haircut. I am saying that
So we're saying it's a lie. David. Were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling a lie.